welcome to this post-game press conference of the 2024 NCAA Division III Women's Lacrosse Tournament. National quarterfinal action today. Salisbury defeating Washington and Lee 12-8 to punch their ticket to the Final Four. We're joined by representatives of Salisbury University. Left to right, we have Mary Hanzsche, Caroline Knight, Julianna Ott, and head coach Jim Nestor. So, Coach, first of all, congratulations. Can you take us through the game that just was?
Yeah, I mean, very excited, obviously, to be going through. Great game. We knew it was going to be a tough game. Both teams had tough games on Saturday. At the end of the game, hopefully our legs were going to last longer than theirs. But going down, 4-1, whatever that was at that time, we dug ourselves a little bit of a hole. But as the players were talking about, after the game, they picked each other up. They knew we were capable of doing, what we're capable of doing. And we executed much better, going those last three quarters, and very fortunate that, we got great shots. And Jay here coming in with some key draw controls to, again, get our possessions and be able to run our offense the way we're capable of.
Let's go off of that then. Julianna, you were able to control 7 draws, turning the tide when it seems like Washington and Lee had the momentum off of the draw at the beginning. What was working for you so well in the latter stages?
Yeah, I just think it wasn't just me. I feel like it was an all-around team effort. But when my name was called to go in, I knew I had to make some kind of an impact, and I think that's just kind of what got me going. Just having that mindset: we got to make it, we got to win. So.
Caroline, 5 goals on 7 shots, 6 shots on goal. You couldn't really miss. How were you seeing the ball? What was working for you so well?
I think we had a fire under us. We lost the last 2 years to teams that we beat regular season, and I think that just let us capitalize all over the field, and it was a team effort, and our attack was just flowing.
And Mary, a lot of that attack ran through you, 3 assists plus 2 goals. How are you seeing the field today?
Yeah, they were working really well on the inside. Leah Volov, I know she was open a lot of times, but really working off of each other and then getting open in the 8. And luckily, we just made it happen.
All right, I'll open it up for more questions.
I guess I'll start. Around either the 3rd or the 4th quarter, we had a pretty unique situation. Salisbury ended up on I think it was a 7-on-4 offensively. Can you take us through that, how you approached that, and kind of clear us up what was going on with them on the field? Any you are open to answer that?
Well, yeah, they had ended up having too many men on the field. They pulled player off, but someone replaced the same player instead of staying off. So very fortunate that, for us, that the official caught it. So we end up being 3 men up, which has never happened to us before. 2 maybe, but 3 is very unusual. Even though we had an 8-meter, we decided, again, we'll be able to get a layup, after the fact. We just moved the ball, knowing we're up by 3, and then knowing that another player comes in late, we're still going to be up by 2. So very, very fortunate on our side that we were able to capitalize, which hopefully we should be able to be in 3 men up. Again, unfortunate for them.
Yeah, I actually had a question. Just going through at halftime, I know you guys were down 4-1 in the first, and coming back, put it right back on 4-1 in the second. So how did you keep that momentum going? Because 10-minute halftime, there's a lot that could happen.
Well, again, I think we did a lot of talking, and just in regards of if we run our game, we do our game plan and follow through with it. Again, 1 minute at a time, we're going to have good opportunities. And I think defense really stepped it up after that first quarter. Strong, better one-on-one. Slides were there, but our one-on-one defense really improved after that first quarter.
I think also we always have a 0-0 mentality, up by 5, down by 5, 0-0 we play to the last whistle.
I think in the first half, a lot of times in these high-pressure games, it's a lot of nerves in that first half, so really just having that reset with those 10 minutes and then going into the second half, just remembering why we're here and where we want to go this weekend.
This is for all of you. Can you speak to the crowd support? They were out in full force today.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we have so many supporters, friends and family that come every single weekend, and we're just so appreciative of all of them. We love them so much, and we know that they'd go anywhere for us, and they have been all season. So they really they bring the energy up every single game, and they just carried us through today too.
I don't know that, because again, it's nice when you're seeing alumni come back. One of our alumni came back when she had all her kids. So it's just awesome to have that support, home or away, and we know we'll have that same support, down in Roanoke.
I want to ask a question going off of that. Have the winner of Colby and William Smith in the semifinals on Friday. What are your thoughts going into that?
Well, again, we kind of talked about if we were to punch our ticket through, we'd love to see William Smith again just because we played them last 2 years and come on the short end of the stick. So, and they did win. So we will be playing William Smith. So we're looking forward to it. Again, Ann's a great coach down at William Smith, and so we expect a great game.
Coach, you're heading back to the Final Four, 14th time program history, I believe, first time in 3 years when a couple of the players on the dais were youngsters and now they're senior leaders of the program. Time sure flies, doesn't it?
It sure does. And we talked to the seniors, early on in the season about, again, we're going to need to lean on them, for their leadership and execution of things, and they just did that this past weekend.
And you two, you had long distinguished careers, started with a national championship in 21, and now you're going back 2 wins away from another. What's that like?
It's awesome. I think we really know how special that feeling is going to that weekend and going back to Salem. So I think we're just using that as fuel heading into this weekend, remembering what that feeling was like and really just using that as momentum.
Yeah, and I remember our freshman year seeing our seniors, like how excited, how hyped they were, and just to be there now with our senior class, I think it's really special and we have a lot to prove.
And Julianna, you're now in the position they were in the last time at Salisbury. Made it down to Salem. What are your thoughts knowing that this early in your career you're going to national semis?
Yeah, well, of course, I'm really excited and grateful that I have this opportunity only as a sophomore. But, if I get out there on the field down in Salem, I'm just going to give it my all and do what I know how to do and leave it all on the field.